Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go.
Excellent. Soccer's fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family. Help now. Yeah! Oh, I thought you were on my team. Wait.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
We're going to be performing monologues from things that do not exist, which we're going to get from you, the audience!
The Thin Line Comedy Club at SUU is an improv group that gets together to learn the art of live theater. In addition to refining their craft, they display their skills by putting on shows regularly. During October, they held their show called One Night at Thin Line, which was inspired by the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. These shows include a variety of improv games along with some stand-up comedy. The biggest component of these shows is the engagement they receive from the audience. Here's current member Athens Webster to share why they are passionate about Thin Line comedy.
I have been a part of Thin Line Comedy for, this will be my third year, so fifth semester. I really enjoyed my time in this club. Being able to connect with so many other people is so important, and being able to perform is something that's not really common at SUU. When I'm at work, I'm on the floor. So I love being able to do improv for that because I don't have to be a theater major and I can still perform.
To get more information about Thin Line Comedy, visit SUU Thin Line Comedy on Instagram.
To go and do it online instead. Once in a while, so please do it. We should have a selfie. It's like a selfie, but it will go.
This is my pumpkin. This is an idea for any dentist who's looking for caries and scare kids. I won an award for creativity because of this pumpkin. You should come to the next Pumpkin and Beach.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's nice.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
So Business Week is an event that we put on twice a year, once in the fall, once in the spring, where it's just a week of different events and activities happening for students to kind of promote the School of Business and then also kind of help students gain some professional development skills.
The Health and Wellness Center is a great place for SUU students and staff to find support for mental and physical needs. I talked with Madison McBride, a Health and Wellness coordinator in the Health and Wellness Center, about the different services and resources they provide.
The Health and Wellness Center, we like to call it like a resource hub on campus. So if students have questions about anything health and wellness or anything SUU, they can come here and we can be like the connector to other places on campus. And that the same goes for healthcare. So if students come in looking for mental health care, we can connect them to CAPS, which is our counseling and psychological services, or to our mental health resources that are virtual and free for students, like Timely Care, and as well as like physical health with our health clinic or community partners with healthcare.
The Health and Wellness Center also has a page on the SUU website. They provide a list of services and resources for both students and faculty so they can get the help they need, including what's available at the self-care station. From therapy lamps to snacks, students and faculty will be taken care of. The Health and Wellness Center is located in the Student Center across from the living room right next to Thunder 91.
Just that Health and Wellness is an open and safe space for all students for whatever questions they might have or for whatever needs they might have, and that there's so many people to help, and we're happy to get people connected to them.
For SUTV News, I'm Landon Slaughter.
There's a new center at SUU gaining traction. The Q Center is the newest LGBTQ resource that just launched on campus. Located right next to the wing, the center has gathered a lot of attention after relocating from its previous spot in the rotunda. Not only does the space house the Pride and Equality Club on campus, it provides students a space to socialize and study. The CUE Center also offers other resources to students, such as their library. The collection of genres range from graphic novels to scientific journals surrounding the topic of queer culture. Additionally, the center offers a CUE closet for students to access gender-affirming clothing best suited for their gender identity. Along with a full-service coffee bar, the center is designed to ensure all students feel welcomed when walking in. Here are some students' thoughts on how the CUE Center has impacted their student experience.
As a freshman, it's been amazing to have a place on campus where I can go to meet new people and I already have something in common with them. There's just such a nice community here in the CUE Center, and I really appreciate it as somebody that's new to Cedar City.
I would say that the way the CUE Center has positively, my experience here is it kind of gave me an opportunity to meet some really cool people.
The CUE Center is helping broaden the diversity and inclusion on campus. To find out how to get involved, visit the CUE Center at room 176B in the Student Center. This is Isabella de las Casas with SUTV News.
For too many people, this can be the gateway to opioid addiction.
My son was in pain. He needed something after surgery.
I was prescribed opioids. I didn't realize the risk.
Our family was changed forever by opioids.
Meet 3 everyday Americans whose lives were devastated by opioid addiction.
Everyone says, it can't happen to me.
It can't happen to me.
It can't happen to me.
Tell that to my son.
Tell that to the 3 million people who become long-term opioid users every year after surgery. The truth is, we didn't know we had options other than opioids after surgery, but now we do.
I never thought addiction would be part of my life story, but it is.
Visit planagainstpain.com/gateway to hear their full stories and learn about non-opioid options for managing pain after surgery.
In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. I grew up on tour with my parents. Kind of different, but we bonded over music just like other families do over sports, camping, or other interests. And we talked. Little everyday conversations from silly to serious that built a foundation over time. Honest conversations, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic.
Your honesty about that part of your life gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted to uphold in my own life. And I was so grateful that you and Mom had become these sober, stable people who were always there for me.
I wanted you to know from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs, whether it's music or anything else. I said it a lot, and I'm glad you took it to heart.
Talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Southern Utah University men's lacrosse team held a Thunderbird showcase earlier this week. The team invited high school and middle school teams to join them at the Enoch Recreation Complex to learn more about lacrosse. This showcase offered the opportunity for the SU players to coach the younger generation of athletes. Kieran Richards is the president and co-founder of the team at SUU.
You don't have to be super fast, make sure you're doing it right. We're out here with the community. We got a bunch of guys from the high school programs and the middle school program here in Iron County. We got a little clinic going on. We brought all of our SUU players out here that have been around the game for a while, help coach up the younger guys, teach them some tips and tricks so that way they can get better, improve their own teams, and as they go into their spring season, they can do a lot better and be better as a team together. So our goal is to bring up the community and help the game of lacrosse keep growing.
The team puts on these showcases as a way to give back to the community as well as spreading the game of lacrosse. At the end of the day, the SUU team gave out merch to some players they believed were working the hardest. For SUTV News, I'm Caden Houchin.
I've been coming to pick up volleyball for like the last 2 or 3 years now. Me and my roommate started watching this anime called Haikyuu, And that's when we really started coming and playing a lot. And then ever since then, I've just been coming because I like the people and I like playing volleyball a lot. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cedar City, Utah. Jessica Walker. Matthew Robinson. 539. Peterson. Congratulations. Free food available. And Kennedy Hart.
Oh, hey, bud.
Oh.
Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
It's a school night. With Gary and Todd?
Yeah?
Not sure about those two. I've been meaning to ask you. This is tougher than I thought. Is there any drinking going on in this crowd?
No.
I hope not, because alcohol can lead you to say things and do things that you really wish you hadn't. Isn't this what you're supposed to say?
I know.
So if any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't. I'd do anything to keep you safe.
Okay, I will.
I hope this is working.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you.
Ryan.
Yeah?
So start the conversation even before they're teenagers.
Good idea.
For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
SUU's radio station, Thunder 91, is showcasing small artists in a big way through a program that they like to call the Thunderground Showcase.
So our main focus is to promote a really good environment for local artists so that they can get their music on air, they can get their music shared with Cedar City people, and I hope that people in Cedar City realize that there's really good music being made right in town.
In order to enter the showcase, musicians submit their music to the station's email address. If their music is accepted, it'll be played on the radio, and the musician may get a chance to perform at one of the station's events.
4 years ago, I had never actually performed my live music until I did Battle of the Bands, and I won, and I got a ton of gig opportunities from that, and so I've been being paid for my music ever since.
The Thunderground Showcase is a great place for musicians who really want to start honing their craft. By having the opportunity to have their music played on the radio and to perform at events, these students are gaining real-life experience and exposure that can help them to grow their career. And while the experience is real-world, the Thunder 91 community is extremely supportive of these small artists and takes pride in seeing them grow.
The local musician stuff that we're getting is awesome, and I think there's always been a pretty good local music scene here. It's been really fun to see all the local artists and students especially come out and get involved with Thunderground Showcase and hear their music on air and see them get involved with like the Guitars Unplugged and Battle of the Bands and stuff. So it's been really fun.
Thunder 91's Thunderground Showcase is making space for creativity to be cultivated and giving rise to the small artist.
Observe a domesticated human family in their natural habitat, known to their species as the backyard.
Hey, you think I should light it now?
I think it's good.
Yeah?
Oh dear, someone is about to burn a pile of debris that's too tall, which can start a wildfire. Wait, could it be? Blimey, it is.
It's Smokey.
It's Smokey Bear. What a legend.
Hey, it's Smokey. Sorry, it was too high. Right.
Watch as he astutely ensures that there's no wind, and how he removes some of the debris to create a smaller, safer burning pile.
No, you said make it bigger, baby. The bigger the better.
Take note of our fearless furry friend here, humans.
I appreciate it. Fist bump.
Watching you.
Smokey's done it again.
Bye, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.